As a neurologist who has worked with thousands of seniors, I am deeply concerned by a silent epidemic that is growing in our communities. Many older adults are being told that exercise is essential for healthy aging, and this is absolutely true. Physical activity supports brain function, improves mobility, and helps prevent chronic disease. However, what is rarely discussed is that not all exercise is created equal. In fact, some forms of exercise, especially when performed incorrectly or without proper guidance, may actually increase the risk of falls, instability, and serious injury. This is the shocking truth I feel compelled to share. I have seen far too many patients come into my clinic complaining of sudden dizziness, difficulty maintaining balance, or even experiencing unexplained falls. When we dig deeper, we often find that their exercise routine included movements or practices that did more harm than good. I am not saying seniors should avoid exercise. On the contrary, movement is essential. But we must exercise smarter, not just harder. The way exercise is prescribed today is often generalized and not tailored to the unique needs of aging bodies. This one-size-fits-all approach can be dangerous. Let me give you an example. One popular fitness trend among older adults is fast-paced group classes that involve quick directional changes, jumping, or standing on unstable surfaces. While these activities may seem energizing, they can challenge the brain's balance system in ways that become unsafe as we age. The vestibular system, which controls balance, becomes more sensitive over time. Combining that with slower reflexes, reduced muscle strength, and joint stiffness creates the perfect storm for a fall. I remember one patient, a 72-year-old woman, who joined a boot camp-style exercise program at her local community center. She wanted to stay active and follow the instructor's moves without knowing that the routines were designed for much younger participants. Within 3 weeks, she fell during a lateral jump and fractured her wrist. Her confidence was shattered, and she became afraid to exercise at all. This is not an isolated case. It is happening across the country. Seniors who want to stay fit are unknowingly participating in workouts that exceed their balance and coordination capacity. What is even more troubling is that many fitness instructors do not have specialized training in senior biomechanics. They assume that what works for a 30-year-old is safe for someone in their 70s or 80s. But aging bodies process movement differently. Small missteps can lead to major consequences. As a neurologist, I always emphasize the importance of proper movement mechanics. When you challenge the body without preparing the brain's coordination systems, you increase the risk of falling. And for older adults, a single fall can lead to a cascade of problems: loss of independence, fear of movement, and even cognitive decline. So what types of exercise are we talking about? Anything that involves sudden direction, changes, high-impact landings, or unstable platforms should be approached with extreme caution. Think of exercises like box jumps, fast agility drills, or balancing on one leg on soft mats. These may seem harmless in theory, but they can quickly become dangerous without supervision and adaptation. Another concern is the use of equipment that was not designed for senior safety. Balance balls, resistance bands, and small step platforms can all pose risks if not used correctly. I have seen older adults trip over resistance bands or fall while getting on or off a raised platform. These are preventable accidents, but they occur because the equipment was not matched to the user's capabilities. I do not want to discourage anyone from being active. In fact, I strongly encourage daily movement. But we must start rethinking how we guide seniors in their fitness journey. Exercise should build confidence, not create fear. It should improve balance, not threaten it. It should support longevity, not shorten independence. In the next part of this video, I will share the specific exercises that pose the highest risk and what safer alternatives you can use instead. But for now, I want you to remember this: your body is not the same at 70 as it was at 30, and that is perfectly okay. You just need a different plan. Now let us take a closer look at the specific exercises that I have found to be the most problematic for older adults. These are movements that either demand too much balance, require excessive joint strength, or create instability that the aging body cannot safely handle. I will also offer you safer alternatives that still promote strength, mobility, and brain function without putting you at unnecessary risk. The first dangerous exercise is the box jump. This move involves jumping from the ground onto an elevated surface and is often used to build explosive power. While this may be appropriate for trained athletes, it is extremely risky for seniors. The rapid motion puts enormous strain on the knees, hips, and ankles. Even more concerning is the landing phase, where many people lose their balance or misjudge the distance. A single misstep can result in sprained joints, fractures, or worse. A safer alternative is step-ups on a stable low platform. These allow you to build leg strength and coordination without requiring a jumping motion. The second risky exercise is standing on one leg for extended periods, especially on soft or unstable surfaces like balance discs or foam pads. This is often used in physical therapy or group classes to improve balance. But for older adults who may already have reduced proprioception and slower reflexes, it can quickly lead to a fall. I have seen patients lose their footing and twist their knee or fall backward while trying this. A safer option is tandem standing, where one foot is placed directly in front of the other while holding onto a chair or wall. This challenges balance in a controlled way and significantly reduces the risk of falling. The third problematic activity is fast-paced agility drills. These exercises often involve quick lateral movements, shuffling steps, or cone drills designed to mimic athletic training. While these can be stimulating, they require rapid coordination and reaction time, which tends to decline with age. I had a 68-year-old patient who tried one of these drills and ended up straining her hip muscle during a quick sidestep. It took her 6 weeks to recover. A safer alternative is sidestepping slowly along a wall while lightly touching it for support. This improves coordination and balance without overwhelming the body. Another high-risk activity is using resistance bands for advanced strength training without proper instruction. Resistance bands can snap, slip, or get tangled, leading to sudden jerks that affect joint stability. I have seen shoulders dislocated and wrists sprained due to uncontrolled band movements. If you use resistance bands, choose ones with moderate resistance and always anchor them securely. Start with simple pulling exercises while seated or supported, and never let the band pull you out of alignment. Fifth on the list is any exercise involving backward movement, especially walking or stepping backwards. This is commonly seen in dance-based classes and can be disorienting for seniors. The brain uses visual input to help maintain balance, and moving backward takes away that input. Combine that with slower reaction time, and you have a situation where falls are more likely. Instead of stepping backward, consider doing slow, controlled heel raises while holding onto a chair. This still activates the posterior chain muscles without the risk of falling. Group classes that involve jumping, dancing, or sudden directional changes are also high on my concern list. Many seniors enjoy the social aspect of group exercise, but the pace and complexity of the routines are often not modified for older bodies. I have watched well-intentioned seniors struggle to keep up with a fast Zumba class only to twist an ankle or experience dizziness mid-routine. I am not against group classes, but they must be age-appropriate and taught by instructors trained in senior fitness. Chair-based exercises are a great alternative, offering both safety and engagement. You can perform arm raises, leg extensions, and even light resistance moves while sitting. This maintains circulation, builds strength, and improves joint mobility, all without compromising safety. One more risky behavior is ignoring pain or discomfort during a workout. Many older adults have grown up with the mentality that pain means progress. This is outdated and dangerous. Pain is a warning sign, not a badge of honor. If an exercise causes discomfort in your joints, back, or neck, stop immediately. Choose a gentler variation or consult a professional. Your body is always communicating with you, and it is essential to listen. The ultimate goal of exercise in later life is not to compete or impress. It is to preserve function, enhance independence, and reduce fall risk. Every movement should be purposeful and aligned with what your body can realistically handle. In the next section, I will explain how to create a balanced weekly routine that supports brain health while minimizing injury risk. For now, remember this: the right exercise can protect your brain, but the wrong one can jeopardize your independence. Now that we have identified the high-risk exercises, it is time to focus on building a safe and effective weekly routine that promotes brain health, stability, and overall well-being. For older adults, the goal of any fitness program should be to support mobility, balance, confidence, and cognitive function. This does not require extreme effort or intense workouts. It requires consistency, the right types of movement, and a respect for the body's current condition. A well-balanced routine for seniors should include four essential components. These are strength training, balance exercises, aerobic activity, and flexibility work. Each of these plays a unique role in supporting the aging brain and reducing the risk of falls. Let us start with strength training. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, which can lead to weakness, poor posture, and instability. Strength training helps maintain the muscle power needed for everyday tasks, such as standing from a chair, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries. For older adults, strength training should focus on controlled movements, using body weight resistance bands or light dumbbells. Safe exercises include seated leg extensions, wall push-ups, and sit-to-stand repetitions from a sturdy chair. 2 sessions per week are usually sufficient to see benefits. Next is balance training. This is perhaps the most critical component for fall prevention. When your balance improves, your confidence in movement grows, and your brain's coordination systems become more efficient. Simple balance exercises done regularly can reprogram the brain to react more quickly and stay steady during daily activities. Examples of safe balance work include tandem, standing with one foot slightly ahead of the other, while holding onto a support and heel-to-toe walking along a hallway wall. Practicing these exercises for just 5 to 10 minutes a day can yield noticeable improvements within a few weeks. Aerobic activity is the third key element. Cardiovascular exercise increases blood flow to the brain, delivers oxygen and nutrients, and promotes the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports neuron growth and repair. You do not need to run or do high-intensity training to gain these benefits. Brisk walking, swimming, or even dancing at a comfortable pace for 20 to 30 minutes 3 to 5 times a week can significantly boost brain health. The key is to choose an activity that you enjoy and can maintain long-term. Flexibility is the final pillar. Stiff muscles and tight joints not only limit movement, but also increase the risk of falls and injury. Gentle stretching helps keep the body limber and reduces strain during daily motions. Flexibility exercises should focus on the neck, shoulders, hips, hamstrings, and ankles. A daily stretching routine done in the morning or evening can help reduce stiffness and improve coordination. Yoga and Tai Chi are excellent practices that combine flexibility, balance, and breath control. For those new to these disciplines, many community centers offer modified classes for seniors. When designing your weekly routine, it is important to allow for rest and variation. You might plan strength training on Mondays and Thursdays, balance work daily for short sessions, aerobic activity on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and stretching every morning. This type of schedule keeps your body engaged without overloading it. Another important consideration is mental stimulation during exercise. The brain responds well when movement and cognitive tasks are combined. This can be as simple as counting repetitions backward, reciting the alphabet during walks, or using memory games while doing gentle motions. These dual-task activities have been shown in studies to strengthen the brain's executive functions and improve attention. Staying mentally and physically active together is one of the most powerful strategies for preventing decline. Also, do not overlook the importance of social interaction. Joining a small group class led by a trained instructor or walking with a friend adds accountability, enjoyment, and emotional connection to your fitness routine. Emotional health is directly tied to brain performance, and having regular positive interactions supports mental resilience. Hydration and nutrition play critical roles as well. A dehydrated brain works less efficiently, and undernourished muscles are more prone to fatigue. Drinking water throughout the day and eating a diet rich in whole foods, especially leafy greens, berries, fish, and healthy fats creates an internal environment where both brain and body can thrive. Avoid heavy meals right before exercise and always fuel your body with quality nutrients. In summary, a safe weekly exercise plan for seniors is not about doing more, but doing better. It is about creating a rhythm that strengthens the body, sharpens the mind, and builds confidence in every step. In the next section, I will show you how to recognize early warning signs that your current exercise routine may be putting your balance and brain health at risk. Understanding the early warning signs that your exercise routine may be harming your balance and brain health is critical. These signs are often subtle at first and easy to ignore, but they can quickly escalate into serious problems if left unaddressed. By learning what to watch for, you can adjust your routine in time and avoid dangerous outcomes. One of the first red flags is a new or increasing sense of dizziness, either during or after exercise. While mild lightheadedness might seem harmless, it could indicate that your brain's balance system is being overstimulated or confused. This often happens with exercises that require quick directional changes or head movements, especially if your vestibular system is sensitive. If you notice that certain motions make you feel dizzy or off balance, take that seriously and modify or eliminate those movements. Another common warning sign is frequent missteps or tripping over your own feet. This may indicate that your coordination and proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position in space, are being compromised by the types of movements you are practicing. Agility drills, complex footwork, and fast-paced routines can sometimes confuse the brain's motor control system instead of strengthening it. If you start catching your toe on the floor more often or feel unsure during transitions, slow down and reconsider your approach. Pay attention to joint pain that lingers after exercise, especially in the knees, hips, ankles, or lower back. While some muscle soreness is expected from healthy activity, sharp or persistent joint discomfort is not. This may signal that your movements are placing too much stress on areas that are already vulnerable. Poor form, high impact, or improper progression can lead to overuse injuries that are harder to recover from at an older age. If your joints ache after every session, it is time to reassess your exercise plan. Another early warning sign is hesitation or fear during movement. If you begin to feel anxious about performing certain exercises or find yourself avoiding them out of concern for falling, this is not a psychological issue. It is a sign that your body is trying to protect itself. Fear of movement, also known as kinesiophobia, can reduce your willingness to stay active and lead to a downward spiral in physical ability. Confidence is key to safe movement, and any activity that undermines it should be reconsidered. Cognitive fatigue after workouts is another indicator that your routine might be too intense or poorly matched to your current brain health. This includes feeling mentally foggy, confused, or unusually tired after a session. These symptoms suggest that the brain is working harder than it should to maintain coordination and balance, possibly because the exercises are too complex or demanding. Exercise should leave you feeling refreshed, not drained mentally. If you experience brain fog after exercise, that is a sign your routine needs to be simplified. Sudden changes in walking pattern, such as shortened steps, shuffling, or stiffness, can also be a clue that your brain and body are not communicating quickly well during or after your workouts. These gait changes may develop gradually, but they indicate that something in your movement routine is not integrating properly with your nervous system. Watching your stride in a mirror or asking a family member to observe you can reveal patterns you may not notice yourself. Sleep disturbances following intense exercise may also signal imbalance in your program. If you find it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep after exercise days, your nervous system may be overstimulated. This is common when the body is pushed too hard without adequate recovery. Sleep is when the brain restores itself, and any disruption can impact memory, mood, and reaction time. Adjust your routine to include more calming activities, such as stretching or breathing exercises, especially in the evening. Headaches or neck tension after workouts are other red flags. These symptoms can arise from poor posture during movement and strained breathing or holding tension in the upper body. Exercises that involve bending, twisting, or reaching overhead can aggravate these issues. Make sure your head remains aligned with your spine and that you are breathing evenly throughout your sessions. If headaches persist, speak with a physical therapist or healthcare provider. The final and most important sign is an actual fall or near fall during or shortly after exercise. Even one incident should not be ignored. Falls are never normal, and they are not a necessary part of staying active. If you stumble, lose your balance, or barely catch yourself during a workout, that is your body's way of sounding the alarm. Do not brush it off. Investigate what triggered the fall and
Eh?
make immediate adjustments to your routine. In the next section, I will guide you through practical steps to adjust your exercise plan, reduce risk, and rebuild your confidence in movement. If you have recognized any of the warning signs discussed earlier, it is time to take action. Adjusting your exercise routine does not mean giving up on movement. It means making smarter choices that align with your current capabilities while still promoting brain health, strength, and balance. As a neurologist, I recommend a step-by-step approach to reduce risk and rebuild confidence in your body. Step 1 is to pause and reflect. Take a moment to evaluate your current exercise routine. Write down the types of movements you do, how often you do them, and how you feel during and after each session. Do any activities cause dizziness, fatigue, joint pain, or fear? Identifying patterns is the first step in prevention. Be honest with yourself. This is not about judging your past, but about protecting your future. Step 2 is to consult a qualified professional. A physical therapist or certified trainer with experience in senior fitness can assess your movement and mechanics and recommend modifications. They can help you correct posture, avoid risky exercises, and build a plan that strengthens your body safely. Many people try to navigate fitness alone, and while motivation is admirable, professional guidance can make the difference between progress and injury. Step 3 is to simplify your routine. Complexity often leads to confusion, especially for the brain. Choose exercises with slow, controlled motions that are easy to follow and repeat. Instead of high-speed routines, opt for walking steady step-ups, chair squats, or supported heel raises. These movements are gentle on the joints and allow the brain to focus on coordination rather than survival. Consistency in these basic patterns helps build neuromuscular memory, which is critical for preventing falls. Step 4 is to prioritize balance every day. Make balance exercises a non-negotiable part of your daily schedule, even if only for 5 minutes. Use stable surfaces for support and gradually increase the challenge. Try standing on one foot while holding a chair, walking heel to toe, or shifting weight side to side with control. These small activities create powerful neurological benefits by strengthening the communication between your brain and muscles. Step 5 is to rebuild strength with intention. Focus on functional strength exercises that mirror daily life. Sit to stand, repetitions mimic getting up from a chair. Wall push-ups build upper body stability. Step-ups simulate climbing stairs. Choose resistance levels that allow you to complete 10 to 15 repetitions with good form and no pain. Start slow and gradually progress. Strength training should feel challenging, but never unsafe. Step 6 is to integrate your senses into movement. The more senses involved in exercise, the more your brain engages. Try walking while naming colors of objects around you. Practice counting backward as you do leg lifts. Even tossing a soft ball from one hand to the other while standing improves coordination. These brain-body exercises stimulate cognitive pathways and keep your mind alert while you move. Step 7 is to include restorative practices in your routine. Your body and brain both need time to recover and repair. Add gentle stretching breathwork or Tai Chi to your evenings. These calming practices lower stress hormones, regulate the nervous system, and improve sleep. A calm nervous system is essential for clear thinking, balanced movement, and emotional well-being. Step 8 is to monitor your progress. Keep a simple journal where you record your workouts, symptoms, energy levels, and sleep quality. Look for patterns. Are you feeling stronger? Are you sleeping better? Are your steps more stable? Noticing improvement helps reinforce your efforts and highlights what works best for you. Do not compare yourself to others. Your journey is your own, and every step forward counts. Step 9 is to create a supportive environment. Clear your home of tripping hazards like loose rugs or cluttered walkways. Add nightlights in hallways. Use non-slip mats in the bathroom. Your surroundings play a major role in preventing falls. A safe home reduces anxiety and encourages movement without fear. Step 10 is to stay connected. Share your goals and concerns with friends, family, or a support group. Exercising with a partner or joining a class for seniors can boost motivation and provide emotional support. Social connection strengthens brain health and adds purpose to your daily routine. You are not alone in this journey. Millions of people are learning how to move safely as they age. What matters is your willingness to adapt and care for yourself with intention. In the next section, I will summarize everything we have learned and leave you with a clear plan to protect your brain and body through safe, sustainable exercise. As we reach the conclusion of this important discussion, I want to leave you with a message of empowerment and clarity. The way you move every day matters more than most people realize. For older adults, exercise is not just about staying fit. It is about preserving independence, protecting brain function, and maintaining quality of life. But as we have seen, not all exercise is helpful, and some routines may quietly increase your risk of falling or injuring yourself. The good news is that you have the ability to make changes starting today. By understanding your body, listening to its signals, and following safe movement principles, you can train smarter and live stronger. Let us briefly review what we have covered. First, we expose the truth that certain forms of exercise, especially those involving high-speed, unstable surfaces or complex coordination, can be harmful to older adults. We saw examples like box jumps, standing on unstable objects, and fast agility drills that increase the risk of imbalance and falls. Next, we learned that safer alternatives exist and are often more effective in the long term. Exercises like slow step-ups, tandem, stance, walking heel to toe, and chair-based strength training allow you to build power and coordination in a stable, controlled way. Then we explored how to build a balanced weekly exercise plan, including strength training, balance work, aerobic activity, and flexibility. Each element serves the brain and body in a different but complementary way. We emphasize the importance of variation, rest, and simplicity. We also discuss the subtle but critical warning signs that your exercise plan may not be serving you. From dizziness and joint pain to fear of movement and changes in gait, these signs are your body's way of asking for help. Ignoring them leads to more serious consequences. In response, we outlined 10 practical steps to rebuild a safe and personalized fitness program. These steps included everything from consulting professionals to integrating brain stimulation into your workouts and creating a fall-proof home environment. If you follow even a few of these recommendations, you will start to feel the difference. You will feel more stable, more confident, and more in control of your physical future. And just as importantly, your brain will thank you for it. Every safe and intentional movement you make tells your brain that it is supported and that it can trust your body. That is how you build resilience from the inside out. The goal here is not perfection, it is progress. The journey of aging is not about doing what you used to do at 30, it is about discovering what works best for you right now. You are not failing if you slow down or modify an exercise. You are succeeding when you choose safety awareness and care. That mindset is what leads to long-term health. I want you to know that it is never too late to take control of your health. Whether you are 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your brain and body still respond to movement. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow, is alive at every age. You can improve your balance, you can regain strength, you can sharpen your focus. You are capable. All you need is a clear plan, a little support, and the commitment to keep going. If this video has helped you, I encourage you to share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Maybe a friend who has been struggling with exercise, maybe a parent who is afraid of falling, maybe even a fitness instructor who wants to better understand the needs of older adults. Knowledge is most powerful when it is shared. We are building a culture of safety, strength, and respect for aging, and every voice matters. I thank you for your time, your attention, and your willingness to learn. You are part of a growing movement that says aging does not mean decline, it means adapting. Let us move forward together with confidence, with purpose, and with care. Until next time, stay active, stay mindful, and take care of your brain and your balance every single day.